Is it recording?
Yeah, look, it's counting down.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. It's us, your favourite YouTube KaK. Title.
We got a Boris mask. We could do the fake hoax call.
I think we have. Bloody hell, small. Right, we've got some props. That is... Who's that?
The horrible, evil, satanic woman.
What's her name?
Don't know, don't use it.
Go on, you've read it on the newspapers for weeks now.
Markle or something like that.
What first name? Beginning with M? Megan.
Megan, yeah.
Her name's Rachael. Yeah? Her name is Rachael, I assure you. And... Who's that?
Hewitt.
Yeah. Known as Harry, yeah. Real name, Henry. Did you ever listen to that YouTube clip? And it says,
Henry.
It says, now you two, Rachael and Henry, are going to get married in a bit. And then the second paedophile protector, priest, buggerer, head of the child rape club, comes up and said, do you, Harry, take the Megan? So it was fake. Yeah, his name's Henry. And that is Rachael. How about that then? So we're just having a look at some props to see whether we've got some masks that we can use in some kind of funny we've used in. Oh, now we could, oh Jesus, frighten me to death. What a gorgeous, beautiful woman. Oh. Just flash up some really flattering pictures of her. Oh, what a beautiful woman. And we've got, hi there, I'm Donald. And we've got Vlad the Impaler. Well, it's not Vlad the Impaler, it's not Charles. We've got Mr. Putin. These are for future things. So we were looking for Boris, weren't we? Mm-hmm. And Boris is not in here, so we're going to have to try and find a Boris thing. Sometimes they give them away at shops if they've been in the windows. So we can't find a Boris thing today. So the title of this is... Who are Harry and Meghan? No.
Who are Henry and Rachael?
Who are Henry and Rachael? Do you want to be Rachael?
I'll be Rachael.
Oh, what a jolly spiffing time it was, darling, at that wedding where we didn't really get married.
Yes, Henry.
It's a shame my father didn't turn up.
Yes, Henry.
Yes, Rachael. Love you, darling. What a fake marriage that was. Wonderful, wasn't it?
Yes, but the dumb public took it in and thought it was real.
You know, I think I'll join the army again and rattle off some bullets in those sand-headed rag... Beep. So the title of this video is... Should we really be strengthening our defences against Russia? What do you think, Rachael?
No.
So with the government doing all these false flag attacks, you know, like the Westminster and the Manchester bombings, and it's like, well, now Russia's a threat. Oh, we'll do a false flag Skripal attack. And, well, you know what that means, don't you, Rachael?
Destiny.
You can keep calling me Henry if you want to, or Mr. Hewitt. Yes, Mrs. Hewitt. People put in the comments the other day, you two laughing jokers, we love you. KaK and Satirical, we love you too. Who is KaK and Satirical? Do you know with the little bird on? They always watch our videos and it says the world is so much a nicer place with you guys in it.
They've been watching for years.
We love you, thank you. So yeah, I'll show you what we've got here. I'll close the door. Have you seen what's in the distance? You can see it in the back. It's a rather lovely day. Here it's Trent Bridge. So, red alert. Yes, red alert. And here we have
Have we started then?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, you can put it all in together. Before, what we were going to title it, and just carry it on for a longer KaK and Mac. So there he is, Boris de Foffel Johnson, not even British. Yeah. And he says that we must strengthen our defences against Russia, seeing as we've done a fake false flag attack on the Skripals.
And on Syria.
Yeah. And did you notice when he was doing the headlines last week, there she is, Julia Skripal, right? There's the exact same picture, that one, that's in every single one of the newspapers. Have all these newspapers only got one photographer?
Well, they go to Reuters, don't they? They use the same stuff because it's cheaper that way.
So the government say you've got to get all your news from Reuters because we control them.
Yeah.
And we give them the news.
Yeah.
So we must, and by the way, it's going to cost you billions now in taxes.
You are going to have to pay.
And us. We try and get away with tax, try and ask for 20% off everywhere. And people, well, I can't really do that. But when you say, if I was to charge you 20% and say that this money is going to people who are going to rape children and commit murder and
Use the councils and
genocide
governments then.
and tell lies and just rape the public person, do what they like.
Ah, you mean the councils and government then?
Yeah. I mean, then you get a different view. Oh, if I was to give you some money, would you give 20% of it to child rapists? No way. Then why are you charging me 20% tax? You get a bit of a different view. Right, but basically, yeah, Hammond faces demand more cash, more. What was it? We walked past a car park the other day where they've reclaimed a land, and there's a road next to it, but they've built another road.
Yeah.
And he says, knowing full well, why would you build another road? And what did I say? Fill out your
expenses form.
Fill out your expenses form, old boy. But yeah, why would you build another road when there's one already there? And now the other one that's already there, that's going to get refurbished at a cost of $500,000 or whatever. I think the local council is normally the going rate to refurbish just one small road is about 3.2 million. So the Royal Navy interceptions of ships in the sea.
We haven't got any navy.
Oh, I know that. Well, that's why we're having to fleece the public purse and put taxes up.
And only that we do have are all practising Satanism.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. So Boris is fooled by hoaxes. Oh, right, that was that phone call, wasn't it? What? Do you know this man is such a bigoted hypocrite? He's actually celebrating, Boris Johnson is celebrating this week of something that I've written down in my book. And I mentioned it to you before, didn't I, Matt?
Yeah.
Right, and I'm just going to have a look for what note I made. And a lot of people have said, how come you guys are not...
Script.
It's just notes. People are saying, how come you're not mentioning what's going on with the Palestinians in Israel? Because the Israeli Defence Force, who are about to try and pass today through their parliament a new law which says you can't film the IDF soldiers, the Israeli Defence Force soldiers. Yeah? You can't film them.
You mean you can't video them shooting innocent men, women and children?
Yep. It's here somewhere. Oh yeah. It was on RT online yesterday. The government is celebrating a record-breaking arms sales to guess where?
Saudi Arabia.
Israel.
Israel.
Right, and they're just massacring the poor Palestinians who are, and they might be chucking rocks and burning tyres.
In effect then, we are supplying the Israelis with the weapons they're killing the Palestinians with.
Oh yeah!
Well, that makes us war criminals then.
Well, if you've paid any form of tax whatsoever this year, you've contributed to the death of all of those Palestinian people who have been murdered by the Israeli Defence Force on the Gaza border.
It's strange how they call it a defence force when actually they're an attack force.
Well, that's what a force is. It's either defence or a force, but they call it a defence force. So they're not defending; they're forcing you into. You will die. You will die. You get in England as well. You get the police, not service, the force. The force be with you. You use force against somebody, it's like if you do not comply, we'll use force against you.
Yeah, just like any council or government then.
So there you go. Woo, 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 woo. Red alert, it's the Russians again.